Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Chad and this is Tabula Rasa Farms. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. We appreciate your support. Don't know how you got here, don't know what you searched to find these videos, but we are glad that every single one of you are here. First thing I want to start off with on this video is a small update on the new babies that we just got last week that we did a video on. Kind of let you know how the first week went with them being here and how everything's going now. Let's see, so the first night they got here we had a really bad remnants of one of the first tropical waves of the season. They came through, so it rained, I don't know, probably 3 inches in one day. I posted a picture on Instagram of rain gauge. So these chickens, that very first night we just kind of let them roam around and they weren't going in the coop, and they're all 8-week-olds. So one thing we didn't take into consideration is that they're really small chickens, and we had about 3 or 4 of them just walk directly through this electric fence, which can be a problem when you have predators around. So we ended up going into full coop training mode. That night we came out and caught all of them, and we just locked them inside the coop. We put their food and their water and everything that they need inside of there, so everything is contained inside the coop, but that way they can learn that that's where their home is and they feel comfortable in there. That was Saturday night, so they stayed in there all day Sunday, and then Monday I actually went and picked up that black chicken right there. It's a black rooster. He's that's Mr. Charles. He's a French black copper Moran. He's 14 weeks old. He's a little bit older than these girls, but not a whole bunch, so it would be good to mix them together. He's not of reproducing age quite yet, so he's not trying to mount these little baby chickens. These chickens are really small still. We got them eating a starter grower feed right now to try and get them to bulk up a little bit. But yeah, so that's what we've been up to. That's not what today's video is about, though. We're gonna go do some work on the other girls on the big house up there. I'll show you that when we get up there in a minute, but I'll zoom in and give you a closer look at Mr. Charles here. So there's Mr. Charles. You can tell he's quite a bit larger. Like I said, he's about 6 weeks older than these little chickens. He's fitting in really well, though. He makes them all go in the coop at night. He is a feather-footed French black copper Moran, just like our other. We got 2 of them up in the other house. It's Bob and Latrice that are up in the other house. So he's gonna probably be a breeder with them, and we're gonna have a full flock of just French black copper Morans. And we'll probably start selling some chickens at some point. But just want to introduce you to Mr. Charles. All right, so that's how everything's going down there. Everything seems to be going pretty well. We had one of the chickens walk through the fence again this morning, one of the little babies, but they're becoming comfortable enough now inside of that yard that I just came out and I said, "Hey, what are you doing out here?" And she just ran right back through the fence, right back into the yard. So, I mean, I don't like it. I like them to stay inside the yard because that's where they're protected, but if she knows which hole to jump back through to get in, then so be it. Here's the big house of all the full-grown birds we got up here. We cleaned out the inside of their coop yesterday. I'll show you a compost pile I got working over here, but today we need to get in here and scoop out this run. So what we do is we do a chicken composting that we do here, where we put a lot of carbon in their run, and it soaks up, it absorbs a lot of the nitrogen and absorbs a lot of the smell. It's getting to the point now where it's becoming more nitrogen rich. We had been putting grass clippings in here. We're probably not going to do that this time. We're probably not going to do that anymore, just because when you put a big pile of grass clippings on there, if it all sits there too long and the chickens don't have enough time to really spread it, it'll all mat together and it becomes anaerobic and it starts to smell. It almost smells like a septic. It's really pretty funky, but if you come out and stir it up and just aerate it a little bit, it goes away pretty quick. So it doesn't stink in there right now, but I can tell just by looking at it that there needs to be some more carbon in here. So if you go back to our chip drop pile, that's another thing we do with these wood chips. So I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna get inside here and scoop all this stuff out and put it in this trailer, and then we're gonna take it back, compost bin back here. We'll show you all that stuff. I gotta show you something that's really cute though. So this chicken right here is one of our Buff Orpingtons. This is Miss Eureka. So Eureka is one of Jake's favorite girls, So whenever he mounts on her, he jumps on her back and then grabs her by the back of the head a little bit, by her feathers. It's the normal way that they made. It's nothing out of the ordinary, but she was getting kind of a little balding on her back from Jake getting on her so many times, and it just looked really painful. So she's got a little chicken saddle on. It's a little protective apron that she's probably going to wear for a little while until her feathers grow back. But I think she looks really cute in it. If y'all think she looks cute, leave a comment below and let her know, because she likes to hear from you guys too. Anyway, humidity's starting to go up, temperature's starting to go up out here. It's getting warm. It's a warm time of year, so we're going to get in here and get this run cleaned out, get some new wood chips in here. All right, y'all, you can see here, we got it cleaned out. We're back down to the base soil, clay soil. I mean, it's turning black now because of a lot of the composting that's been happening in here, but just I just wanted to give you a point of reference to look at it when it's empty, so you can kind of get an idea of how much wood chips we're putting in here. These blue boards along the bottom are 2x6s, so they're 5.5 inches thick, and they're sitting right on the right level with the dirt going around here. So to give you an idea of what we're going to do when we put wood chips in here, how much we're going to put in. I need to go dump the rest of this back over in that geo bin, and then we'll shoot down and get some wood chips off the pile. All right, y'all, got the whew, it's getting warm out here. I'm sweating like crazy. Got the trailer emptied. There's our geo bin. It's almost completely full. These geo bins hold approximately 220 gallons. I don't know off the top of my head how many yards that is. I'd assume it's probably close to a full yard. That's total assumption, but so I still need to wet the top of that down before we pull out of here. But I wanted to show you this one. This is the pine shaving bedding that I pulled out of the chicken house yesterday about this time. So it's been sitting out here for 20 to 24 hours approximately. And so since the carbon and nitrogen ratio is just about right in here with the chicken feces and the pine shavings, we have already got up to 135 degrees inside of this compost pile. So the microbes are in there working, and it's going to break down probably fairly quickly. That one over there probably going to break down fairly quickly too. So it'll be nice once they start to both break down and the temperature starts dropping in them. I'll actually set a third geo bin right here, and I'll flip both of these into that third geo bin, fill up another one geo bin full of almost finished compost. It'll probably go through a second cycle of heating and stuff. But anyway, just wanted to show you those before we rolled out here, because we're not coming back out here today. So we're gonna go get some wood chips, get them in this run, and get this project finished. It's getting warm out here. All right, y'all, I got the first trailer load down here. Probably gonna take the mower back to the wood chip pile. Probably get two more, possibly three, but I'm not gonna bore you with sitting here watching me sweat and throw all these wood chips down. We'll come back and see what it looks like when it's finished. So we'll be back with you here in just a second. All right, y'all, welcome back. As you can see, we got it all done in here. It actually only took 2 loads. It only took 2 loads of wood chips, and that kind of makes sense considering what I hauled out of here was 2 trailer loads of compost, essentially. So that makes sense. It only took about 2 loads. I might bring another one up here in a couple of days, because I think we're about 3 or 4 inches thick in here, and I'd like to get a little bit thicker. It's summertime right now. The flies are starting to get pretty bad. I want to keep as much carbon in here as possible to help keep the smell down, keep the flies out of here. I do have a fly trap inside the house and one hanging out here. This one's getting full, so I am catching them. We are controlling them, but I just wanted to show you how we mucked out the chicken run and did do chicken manure compost. So if you got any other questions about chicken manure compost or anything, go ahead and drop me a comment. Go ahead and drop me a comment down below, and I'll try to address all the comments as they come in. I'm usually pretty good about it. We don't get a whole lot of comments. We don't have a whole lot of subscribers yet. If this is your first time here, I appreciate you coming and stopping by. I do content like this about every week or every other week, typically, whenever I have time. Sometimes I just need to get out and do things and get things finished, so I don't always have time to film. But if you are here for the first time and you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to our channel. And again, if you got any questions or comments or anything, leave them in the description below. It's or in the comment section below, not the description. That's where I write, not you. Anyway, it's about 85 degrees out here today. These chickens are not excited about being stuck outside of the run, so they're all pretty much in here right now, getting into the shade, come in here and cool off during the day. So you know, if you're out doing things like this, make sure you stay hydrated, drink lots of water. This is almost empty. This is a half-gallon jug. It's almost empty. Stay hydrated. Makes the work a lot easier. So anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good day.